don't know why I just have a good attitude today. So I'm going to show you guys how to set up your trading view. Extremely simple. Number one, uko na Google account, tick. Go to your Google browser and search trading view. When you search trading view, you're going to see a link. The first link, tap on it. This one, tap on the link. After tapping on the link, it's going to open another tab, which you are supposed to log in and create your own account. So the first step is to create your own account. So when you open your trading view, mine I've edited a little bit. You're going to see a lot of noise at this place known as watch list. Your work as a beginner trader is to delete everything and make it as clear as possible. It must read this. Seems that you didn't have any symbols in watch list. You can add symbols above. Extremely simple. So after doing that, you are going now to press the plus button. I want this video to be as short as possible. I rarely trade Bitcoin. I rarely trade Bitcoin after the crash. I stopped trading Bitcoin because it was a bit unpredictable. So here at all sources, you are going to select Binance. And then you are going to select BTC USD from Binance. Now we go to indices. Indices, you are going to select Pepperstone. Okay, it's not giving the. So we are going to do US one Nasdaq as 100. I want you to select this one of Pepperstone. Pepperstone has the one is the broker that I use for trading view, but I do not use Pepperstone to trade. I just use it as because it provides markets. The third step is to search the UUSD. XAUUSD all XAUSD Pepperstone. Then after that, you are going to XAGUSD, which is silver Pepperstone. Now you have your watch list ready. For you to access the charts, now this is my order of charting. Let me show you. This is okay. For you to access the charts, the XAUUSD chart, you just need to right click. It's going to load, and then you're going to press full chart. Sijali, I'm fucking chilling. So here's how you use trading view. Number one, we start with this side. These are drawings. So in every trend line, there are several drawings that are related to it. So I want you to press the first button, select put add to favorites, horizontal ray and vertical line. After that, go to Fibonacci retracement, add it to the favorite. After that, long position and short position. We're going to add all these to our favorites. And then you come to drawings. This is where it has a lot of drawings that I use. Mark the arrow, rectangle, path, and ellipse. And then after that, there's text. I rarely use text because you can literally use this. You can literally remove this diagram. You can literally, for example, and then you can add text. Extremely simple. So I don't use text a lot of the time. Now, after doing all that, we go to this. Here is where you select emojis. For example, you want to show how much love you have for gold. You can put that emoji there. And then how to delete these drawings without okay. When you right click on a drawing, it's going to show you this, which is the settings. Settings number one, visibility, and then lock. By lock, what do I mean? I just can't move this emoji around. until I unlock it. Now I can move it, and then there's delete. You can delete. So if you want to bring that emoji back, above, yeah, we have this undo remove emoji. You just undo it like that. The easiest way to delete these drawings, you see the mouse, there's this circular thing, each drawing a rotate. You just have to press it, and the emoji is done, and you can bring it back to the charts. Extremely simple, self-explanatory. So from there we have this you when you put, okay, for example, if I add a lot of drawings in the chart, if I add a lot of drawings in the chart and I want to hide those drawings, I just press this. It means that you cannot see, you see, it's used to show drawings or to hide them. And then, yeah, if I want to delete all the drawings in the chart, I just need, no, if I want to lock all the drawings in the chart, I just press that button. You see now, what the heavens happened? Yeah, it's supposed to lock all drawings. Okay, let us try with my trading view. Let us say which one is unlocked. Let us unlock this one, and then we are going to lock all drawings. So I don't know why it's refusing, but most of the times I use that to lock all drawings. If I just don't want to go locking the drawings one by one, I just press that button and it happens. If you want to now delete everything, you just press bin, remove three drawings, and your drawing is, their chart is clean again. You can undo everything. So we have to have clarity in the charts. Lazima utafute the best place to put your drawings. So unataka ufanye aje? Unataka uchukue this toggle switch, uishike, uipush mpaka hapo. Understood? Then every time ukitoa drawing, for example kaa trading view yako ni new. Every time ukitoa drawing, sijui mbona ina hang hang. Ukitoa drawing kuna hizi vitu zinatokeanga. Hautakuwa ukitumia hizi vitu sana. So unataka kuweka hizi vitu place yenye haita affect clarity yako na market. It's as simple as that. So that is how you go about drawings. That is how you go about drawings. What else do we need? So we are going to now put time frames. So every time you open a new trading view, it doesn't have time frames. So this is how you add time frames. You just press that time frame button, for example 30 minutes, and then the time frames that I normally use, I rarely use the 13 and 15 minutes, but you can use it for now. I am always in the 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame. I've explained time frames in trends, my course trends. I've explained time frames very well. What does this mean? It means that if I touch the daily time frame, every candlestick contains 1 day worth of data. If I tap the 4 hour, every candlestick contains 4 hours worth of data. If I tap the 1 hour time frame, every candlestick contains 1 hour worth of data. If I press 30 minutes, every candlestick contains 30 minutes worth of data, and so on and so forth. So that is how you add time frames in your chart. Now we have this button. You choose the type of you choose the type of chart you want to see. Maybe volume candles. If you do not want to use the normal, okay. So you have to pay to access some candles. For example, volume footprint, you have to pay for it. You can use line. I'm pretty sure you guys are very familiar with lines. You can use step line. I've seen somebody in my trading community use step line, which is a bit weird. You can use bars, but you have to, for you to use bars, you have to study bars. It's a very different concept, which siwezi kuadvise ufanye. You can use candles. That is what I normally use. So how to add alerts? For example, if you look at my main trading view, you'll see clearly that I have added an alert on each and every market. So for example, gold, I've added an alert at this area. Nasdaq, I have an alert beneath this area. XAUG USD, I have an alert above 77. So how do you add alerts in the charts? It is very simple. You just need to press alert. press alert. If you press alert, for example, in this situation, I want to place an alert at 4:01. I just press create and the alert is immediately created. It's as simple as that. So you have to have your levels. When you go through my course, I'll have a full lesson on how I use alerts. I mark up charts and use alerts. So in this situation, if I do not want to stay in the charts or I'm busy creating videos for you guys, naweka tu alert and then immediately alert inagongwa, napata notification kwa simu, naingia trade. Simple. Alerts are your fucking slaves. It's very simple to use alerts in this situation. How do you delete alerts? It's very simple to delete alerts. Utaona kaka button ka delete, just delete. Simple. Just delete. How do I mark up my charts? Every path. Now we come back to the drawings. Okay, didn't add path. Why didn't I add path? I use path. Path is an extremely important, or arrow, or this one. I use arrow. So I use arrows to ensure that, oh, this one is your path. This is path. You can use it to map out how market structure is moving. So I use arrows to signify where buyers are. For example, in this situation, buyers are at this point, and I use a red eclipse to signify where sellers are. These are my eclipse settings. There, 81%. Outside it black. You can see if I press red, it becomes red in the outside. I press yellow. If I press blue, so I normally black outside and blue for buyers. Red for sellers, blue for buyers. Sell, buy. Sellers red, buyers blue. That is how I use chart. I use my diagrams for pattern recognition. Also, my horizontal rays are extremely thick. Ukiangalia hapa, my horizontal rays are extremely thick and my path too. So I use 4 pixels and black, extremely important. Then I can lock it and then I can add an alert. Just can press alert here, press plus. There are two ways to add alerts. So the first one is above and the one next to watch list. 25, create. Now we have an alert at that point. Now, if you have not paid for TradingView Premium, the maximum alerts you can have in your charts are 3. Extremely simple, extremely easy. How do you, now the next thing is indicators. So, in my course, I'm teaching about levels. Levels are extremely important. So, for you to find, if you are not, if you're a beginner trader and you are weak at finding levels, rule number 1, stick to the 1 hour time frame. Rule number 2, use this indicator. Pivot point highs and lows. So you just start this, you start that. Then market sessions. I saw empty needle centerpiece. 20 racks of table cut from my bunny. Got the eyebrow into skinny pieces. She cleaned with her face, my baby. I think market sessions by Leviathan. I normally don't use market sessions nowadays because here in Kenya, New York session is from 5:30, so I don't use sessions. So I use market sessions by Leviathan, which is extremely important to use. So the maximum number of indicators that you can use in your chart are 2 or 3, just like the alerts. So I'll just delete this one and open that one. What are the settings? So the settings for market sessions, most of the times when you put the sessions in your charts, Tokyo na London zinakuwa checked. Kazi yako ni kutoa Tokyo na kutoa London ubaki na New York. Simple. Because during New York session ndio price huwa ina move heavily. Ukiangalia every New York session price ina move extremely heavy. So that is how those are the 2 indicators that I use trading. The second thing is pivot point highs and lows. So pivot points highs and lows, the specific settings that you need to use in pivot point highs and lows is only the color. Pivot high red because sellers are at the highs. Pivot low blue because buyers are at the lows. Okay, extremely simple, extremely easy. So delete, you can add both in your charts. The importance of using pivot points is, as a beginner, it's very hard to understand levels. You have to stay in the charts for like 6 months to understand levels from a very personal perspective. Now, we are through with indicators, we are through with drawings, we are through with alerts. Replay, how do you use replay? To show you now, you have to pray to what the fuck, you have to pay for you to use replay. Simple. Replay, you just use it in backtesting, where backtesting is a fucking scam. So for example, in this situation, I want to delete charts from this point to there. Just delete them, and then you just continue pressing this bar for moving. Now the price will move on its own. So full screen mode, for you to enter full screen mode, I advise everybody to always use the charts when they are in full screen mode. So I advise people to use full screen mode. You just press fuck funny. You just press this full screen mode above here. If you want to take a snapshot, download image, copy link. Most of the times I don't do that because I don't send my my photos to everybody apart from my community. So sometimes I just screenshot. Now there are different ways to move from market to market. This is a market known as gold. This is a market known as Nasdaq. This is a market known as silver. This is a market known as Bitcoin. So if you want to move from market to market easier and you're in full screen mode, you just press the space button. If I press the space button, I automatically go to the next chart. Extremely simple, extremely easy. I don't think there's anything else to teach you guys about TradingView. It's a very simple uh, software to use. Extremely simple software to use. Have a good day, guys.